Wendrin, that's actually a good idea. Let's just outsource the writing to somebody else, to Kiet rather. And oh, it's gonna be Jangbi. Trap, prepare to get Jangbanged. Oh yeah. And by that I mean Jangbi's probably gonna lose. Actually, his record's not bad. He's 4-2 in StarCraft 2. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. It's also PvP, so you know anything could happen. But what was I gonna say? No, I forgot. Oh yeah, I was actually gonna talk about the previous series they played. So these teams have already faced each other twice in rounds. So you know, once per round. In round 1, it went to the ace match, and Jangbi actually lost to Hiba. So STX took that one. But then in round 2, it again went to the ace match, and Roro beat Trap. So currently these teams are 1-1, and actually both of those series were 7-game series. And so far, you know, it's looking like we might actually have another game series on our hands. So these two teams really, really evenly matched, it seems, which is quite nice. And it looks like the map is going to be Ohana here. So that should be interesting. Of course, I think even though Jangbi still has a pretty good record himself, Trap has been beasting it up. So probably slightly favored here. It's quite funny actually thinking about it because, well, we get to look at this beautiful orange cone, but also if you look at the lineups for those two series, in the first series, as I said, Hiba versus Jangbi ace match, it's like neither of them are particularly good, but that was at the point where, you know, none of the teams were, like all the teams were just starting to figure out SD2. Nobody really knew who all the good StarCraft 2 players were yet on the Kesma teams. So you got like random people like Jangbi coming out and playing a horrible game against Hiba on Cloud Kingdom. He did like, I think it was essentially a 2-base Blink Stalker all-in, but kind of like an old school version where he didn't really have any upgrades, and it kind of hit a little bit earlier, but not at a amazing timing or anything, and Hiba just like made some roaches and won, and it was pretty disappointing. But then in the second round, it was Trap versus Roro, and as we know now, Trap and Roro are both top-notch StarCraft 2 players, so it's kind of interesting to see the developments of the teams there. Anyway, looks like no cheeses coming out from either player just yet. And let's see what they do. I feel like a lot of the PvPs on this map that I've been watching, that we've seen in Pro League, have been Stargate openings from one or both players. So it'd be interesting to see if we see that here. And looks like just throwing down that gateway. Alright, and we do see double gas being taken by Trap. Oh, I should actually probably put the clock position as the overlay. So Trap definitely going for some kind of tech here. Quite possibly Stargate opening. Only one gas taken by Jangbi so far, so he's not going to be taking quite as crazily or as quickly. And are we really lacking in someone to get rid of this person? Hold on, 1 second. Ah, fixed. Nice. I didn't actually even read what he was saying, but he said Jesus like more than 4 times in a sentence. So I was just like, yeah, let's just get rid of that guy. So, probe scout coming in here. Is that a hidden probe scout at the left side of the map? What the hell is that? Did Jangbi just like hide a probe on the left? That's really cute. And meanwhile, Jangbi has not taken a second gas as well. Trap's just gonna check things out and have no idea that that probe is there. I wonder why he feels like he wants to hide it there. I mean, obviously he can build like hidden pylons and whatnot later on if he's going for some kind of warp gate aggression, but like he won't be able to get a scout in later because by the time he goes over now, a stalker or a sentry would be out. Okay, he's just gonna hide a pylon on the left, but the thing is, that pylon's not even particularly close. Oh, he traps his own probe as well. Slight mistake there from Jangbi, but is he gonna proxy a Robo? Proxy a Stargate? What is he actually proxying over here? Or perhaps hiding? He's gonna be hiding something. But his second gas wasn't particularly fast. So I'm not 100% sure what this is going to be. It's like very unlikely it's going to be hidden DT tech or anything like that. No, it is actually going to be a proxy robo. Okay, that's very interesting. Presumably then just going to go for some early warp prism shenanigans. Or immortals as well, maybe? Does that make any sense? Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. In the meantime, Trap has absolutely no idea what's going on here. He's just moving out with his first Cell and Stalker. He's trying to put on a little bit of pressure. It just mirrors the audio a little bit low. Let me turn it up a little bit. For some reason, I think the HD stream seems to have a slightly lower audio volume. Anyway, looks like Trap's probe is chilling at the natural there. Just gonna hang out and potentially build some pylons as a fake. Looks like, okay, it is gonna be 4 warp gates, so it's gonna be Warp Prism 4 warp gate. This is actually kind of like what Seed did to MC in the GSL finals. This 4 warp gate Warp Prism attack. Now, how is Trap going to deal with this? Because he's chroning out his first immortal right now. There's the Warp Prism on the way. And the chat is confusing me so much. It's so funny because like when that robo went down, like half the people were like, "Oh my god, it's totally going to be immortals," and the other half were like, "Ah, it's going to be Warp Prism." But anyway, looks like we know who was right. And it wasn't me. Actually, no, I did say Warp Prism, didn't I? I said it at some point. I think I covered all my bases there, you know, had just to hedge my bets, be like, well, it could be this, it could be that. You know, he could be making Void Rays out of that robo, you never know. Anyway, looks like Ooh gonna actually load up all of his units here. 2 Stalkers and 2 Zealots going in. And we are gonna Lagoo. Oh, he's also building a pylon on low ground. Is that spotted though? It doesn't even matter because the units are just gonna come straight in here. So even if he loses the Warp Prism, if he keeps high ground vision, he will still be able to warp in into the main base. And here we go. It's gonna be a lot. 4 Zealots and 3 Stalkers against that. 2 Immortals now actually chronoed out. Plus there's the Guardian Shield, gonna help a lot against those Stalkers. The Zealots doing a good job, but it doesn't look like this attack is really gonna work. Those 2 Immortals just doing massive damage to everything, and oh my god, that did not work at all. Wow, that wasn't even close. Oh my god, Jangbi. Dude, that didn't work. Didn't work. And now the Colossus, I think, is on the way. Is he making the Colossus? I'm not even sure. I'm going to switch streams in just a second here if this lags again. Oh, well, looks like I just have to now. Alright, so, Warp Prism, gonna fly away, try to poke into the main, do some harass, but unfortunately unable to. And, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how Jangbi actually transitions out of this. Looks like he's gonna continue warping in units here. Trap now gonna expand himself because he knows he's safe. You know, he's got the Immortals, he's got the Colossus tech on the way. I mean, you know, Jangbi has no tech. He's got a Robo, but look, he's gonna start making Immortals now. But otherwise, Jangbi is in quite a bit of trouble. Jangbi actually now supply blocked. Presumably because he lost that pylon below the main base of Trap. So, yeah, Trap now is going to move out of his base. Another drop going in, and oh, looks like this time it does have 1 Immortal. Not going to be the 2 Immortal harass. And oh, he's actually going to target down the Robotics Bay here. No, he's going to wait. Okay, he's going to target it with the Immortal, but the Zealots are actually going to go after probes. And now he's going to have to pick up that Immortal, and he does. Is he going to get away with that? He's going to be very careful. That Warp Prism did take some hull damage earlier. It's also reduced, got reduced shields. Oh man, he's going to do a Warp in again. And look at this. Gateway units moving in the front, forcing a cancel on that Nexus. But this seems very, very dangerous. The Warp Prism actually gets targeted down. And oh my god, both Immortals survive. No! The Immortal's actually in big trouble. Now Trap suddenly has now lost all his units. It looks like Trap, that expansion might have been a huge mistake from Trap. Trap now with 4 Zealots. And Trap just attacked his own Nexus! I think Trap just attacked his own Nexus with his probes! What the hell was that? Did you guys see that? I think he just attacked his own Nexus. Oh shit, Trap. Trap held off the attack so well, but he decided to expand. He made the grave mistake. He clearly did not watch the GSL finals. Trap, you committed the cardinal sin of PvP, and GG! Jangbi takes game number 1 despite a completely failed 4 Warp Gate, Warp Prism all in. Trap held off the first round beautifully and then was like, I wonder if I can build a Nexus. Oh, silly, silly Trap. By the way, I am being facetious when I say that. But still, that was a very silly loss there from Trap.
허영무 선수가 승리를 거두는 모습이 나왔습니다.